Oh, I love this. I love what this person says. Was the $70 purchase not enough? No, it wasn't. Please add Anna and take my money, thank you. See, this is what I love to see. Like, hey, I'll give you money if you give me what I want. Just give me what I want and I'll give you money. Wait. Let's see what he says here. No, Mr. Harada, what you are saying about me is not true. All I want is a real return on what I will pay. In my opinion, a Tekken shop is a bad idea. Unfortunately, I would probably buy something from it if it's related to Kazuya, but I still think it's a mistake. This is not okay. If you think it's a mistake, don't fucking do it, right? Also, due to the fact that the cost of development increased, revenue also increased. As far as I know, the number of players increased and the prices increased. I think that this is the best-selling Tekken. I am not against finding ways to increase income, but I want to see real value for what I pay. I hope you take my opinion into account and I think many people would agree with me. I hope I did not upset you and that my words are not burden. I don't think Harada cares about what you said, bro. But anyway, we're playing Paladins this weekend. If we play, we'll play in the morning. You have all my respect and appreciation, and meeting you in wherever was one of my happiest memories. So if you don't think something in the shop is worth it, don't fucking buy it. There will be other things in the shop maybe that you will think are worth it. Not every piece of cosmetic content is gonna be for you. I don't give a fuck about Ling Xiaoyu, Jun Kazama, Jin Kazama, or Kazuya. So I don't think I'll be buying any of these. Maybe if they have a fucking Tekken 5 Raven skin, maybe I'll buy that because it's $4 fucking. But if these things are not worth it to you, don't even think about them. Don't buy them. Don't interact with them. Like, just close your... Look, internet bullying doesn't exist if you just turn off your browser. Like, it's that simple. I don't know why people make things more difficult and have to try to make everything about them. Because someone out there will like these costumes and will be willing to pay the $4 for them, and that's okay. But if you're a new Tekken player and you don't really have the nostalgia blood, these things don't matter to you. These things aren't very important. And you could more likely wait until the next round of DLC costumes, and they'll have cooler ones for you. I think the thing that mostly upsets me about this is the fact that there's a pretty heavy modding community for a lot of the fighting games, and Bandai Namco started going after some of the modders. As far as I'm aware, Bandai Namco started going after some of the modders that were modding the legacy costumes. If they were modding in classic costumes, they started telling them to take down their mods or else. And I believe the reason for that was this, right? They're like, hey, you really want those legacy skins? People were like, here's mods for them. Then Bandai Namco said, hold your horses, fuck nigga. And that's the real problem. The real problem is that Bandai Namco was so quick to take away a community feature and something that makes people enjoy the game. Like, people really enjoy modding video games. It's like very important to a lot of people, and it keeps the community going and like interacting with each other outside of just playing the video game, right? Like deciding which mod looks better out of these two, like which one of us can increase our production in the mods and things like that. And they kind of take away that magical force that like keeps a lot of gaming, especially when it comes to games that have engines that are moddable, going, right? Sure, I guess you can just shift your modding capability and your modding skills over to other things, but it feels very strange to just like take that away from people because of the fact that you want to sell it to someone. It's a little scummy, but I mean, it's their intellectual property, which means that they have the right to do so, right? Their intellectual property goes all the way back to Tekken 1. Bandai Namco never shifted hands of Tekken. Tekken's been under the same development. So as long as they kept these copyrights of these costumes and characters up to date, you can't do anything to stop them. You just gotta hold that. It's so magical, they can't force you to spend money on things you don't want. It's almost like you have free will. Yeah, I like to say that because there are games that I play a lot but rarely put any money into, right? Like, I play Paladins like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks or whatever. So I play it pretty frequently. I've been playing it for a long time, but I've never really put money into Paladins. I've never bought a single skin. I don't think I've ever bought a battle pass. At some point, I should just buy stuff in the game because I play it enough that I should support it, right? But I have to choose when to make that opportunity cost, right? Like, when is it time for me to put that money in, right? For the enjoyment that I received. That is the beauty and the scariness of free-to-play games. Unfortunately, these games are $70 and already paid for. They're already paid for. Since they're already paid for, that means you've already put your foot in the door and you've already paid the opportunity cost. You don't have to continue putting money into the game. All you have to do is hope that enough other people do it, that the servers keep going. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I think that's like the best idea. Generally, I don't think you should put money into things that you don't like enough to keep playing them. Tekken 7 had a long life, truly, right? It had a very long life. It maybe didn't have the features of Tekken 8 when it comes to the Fight Lounge or anything, right? Because he said the Fight Lounge servers are costly to maintain. But it at least had, like, offline features, right? It had the treasure battle. It had, I think, all the same other offline features except for Super Ghost Battle. Or maybe Super Ghost Battle, like, sucked or something. I can't remember. But that means that that money that they spent, they chose to spend it. Just like we have free will, the publishing and the developing, Bandai Namco, because it's a publisher and a developer, they have the choice to spend a copious amount of money on the game and have to make their return and not offload the cost onto the players. Now, if the $70 that we bought, $7 that we paid for, encompass just paying back what the game currently is, right? The story mode that most people aren't even going to play, unfortunately. The very upfront cost of like the Fight Lounge and the Tekken betas and the demo and things like that going out, sure, right? But if they're baking some of that DLC cost that they're not expecting to make into the front of Tekken 8 by making it $70, not $60, then it's even more predatory, right? Because they're like, ha, we jacked an extra $10 from you, and now we're going to take even more if we can, right? I don't really like to believe that we as players are payers, but I can understand the cost, the idea of a company trying to take as much of your money as it can for the amount of time that you're putting in. Fighting games, when people play fighting games, like especially the most dedicated people, they put a lot of time in for the amount of money they paid, right? I want to say I paid like $180 all in for Soul Calibur if I bought it once. Unfortunately, I bought it like 4 fucking times, right? I bought it on PlayStation, Digital Deluxe Edition, Xbox, Base Edition disc, PlayStation, Base Edition disc, and Deluxe Edition on PC, right? And then I bought the DLC. So I bought Soul Calibur like 4 fucking times. But if you bought Soul Calibur once and you spent like $180 or like $200 on it, if you got more than like 200 hours of gameplay for $200, that means you played for like $1 an hour. That is like the old arcades, right? If you played like 400 hours, that's 50 cents an hour, right? Just like the old arcades. Any more than that, it's free real estate for us as the player because we've now already made our opportunity cost back by playing the game with friends, maybe entering tournaments and making some of that money back, live streaming, making YouTube content on it, whatever. What's ironic to me is that they also said they'd probably buy skins for a certain character. So they're also just mad that the skins weren't for a certain character. Yeah, they said if there's anything Kazuya related, I'll probably buy them. That means you don't have the self-control to understand when something is a bad deal for you. So how are you going to say that, hey, I don't think these are a good idea? If you want a real return on what you pay, then that means only pay for what you think is worth it. That's all that means. So there's nothing wrong inherently with the shop. It just means right now there's nothing in the shop for you. I waited 2 years for one skin in Fortnite. Or maybe it was like a year and like 8 months. I waited a year and 8 months for one skin in Fortnite. And I don't fucking regret it at all. It was only like a 800 V-Bucks skin. But I really wanted it. So I made sure to get it when I could. I checked the item shop every fucking day to make sure I didn't miss it. And I checked the website too. There's a website where it tells you what things rotated in, when they're likely to rotate back, and things like that. And I don't feel bad about that purchase. I got a return for what I paid. I paid for something that I thought was worth it. Just do that, right? I didn't buy any of the Street Fighter 6 DLC skins because honestly, I don't play enough to really care, and I don't think they're worth it. I like Kimberly's base costume. If I liked Kimberly's P2 costume, I'd go grind World Tour. I like DJ's base costume. I don't really give a fuck about his classic skin, so I'm not grinding World Tour. I don't like the fucking League of Legends bullshit disco suit hair on Suit 3, and Kimberly's is really cool, but it's not good value to only buy one, so I need to find a fucking second. So maybe it's MILF Chun-Li? I don't know. I haven't decided, so I haven't put any money into it because I have that choice. We have power as the buyers. I've probably spent $600+ on Paladins, but I have almost 900 hours. I don't know what that would come out to an hour, but good on you. I'm glad you're happy with your purchase. As long as you're happy with your purchase, that's what matters. And there goes Creeper flirting with abs again. Let's fucking go. That was just, I don't know, man. It's so hard not to rant about people complaining about monetization when all they have to do is look away from the fucking screen. Look away from the fucking screen, right? I said as it happened, but that I don't really like the idea of the second store, and I probably won't be putting much money into it, but good on the people who will and want to, right? I don't mind them monetizing costumes and them monetizing extra things in the game, but I just really won't be participating in it unless there's something I see in there that's really, really cool and really worth it. Like if they if they make a beanie for like the customization, if they throw in a beanie into the fucking Tekken store and it's like $1, man, I'm gonna buy that fucking beanie so I can put it on every character that I play in Tekken. Duh, right? Otherwise, what the fuck do I want to buy, right? Like, oh, they give like a pimp cane that you can put on your back. I'd give that shit to Leroy because it'd be funny because it'd look like you have 2 canes all the time. It might fuck people up online. They might be like, wait, does he still have cane? Shit like that. Otherwise, like it's not really for me. It doesn't really matter too much. I try not to worry about it. But, I mean, some people want to social justice everything and try to make everything either about them or try to make everything a super big deal so that they can see some sort of a giant change in it that doesn't make sense. I'm not going to acknowledge what Creeper just said. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this little rant segment by saying subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below about how you feel about current in-game monetization, especially in full-price games like Call of Duties and Tekken 8s and Mortal Kombat 1s. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know if I already said that. It's a quick one. Sorry. I need YouTube videos for the week. These are pre-recorded on my Twitch channel. Come check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/BeanieThuggish. I would love some subscribers here. They're paid, but you subscribers here would be cool. And then same thing, subscribers on the YouTube. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. This is Beanie Thuggish signing out saying peace.